This afternoon, we're going to have our discussion for NP5. Okay, but um, I focused or binigyang focus ko po yung ating psychiatric nursing because um, this is actually the bulk or what's supposed to be the bulk of the nursing practice 5. But unfortunately, due to some changes, no, especially siguro alam na to ng iba dito na nakatake na before, no, but sa mga naka-experience na before ng board exam, kung napansin nyo po, maraming mga nakahalo, 'di ba? Maraming mga kumbaga mga nawawalang question na hindi mo alam bakit sila nandoon pero nandun sila, no? So ano po bang ibig sabihin nun, sir, sa mga first timers natin diyan? Expect nyo po si NP5 hindi lang po siya about psychiatric nursing. May mga ibang concepts din po siya like medical surgical, may mga napunta ding community, may mga Palmer research, nursing research, no? Leadership and management. So halo-halo siya, no? So hindi ko na po yun i-dig deeper, but I will be focusing on the psychiatric nursing because the bulk of the NP5 is all about your psychiatric nursing. Okay, so before we formally start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Charlton John Mercado. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I'm one of the lecturers for the nursing, and I'm also teaching for midwifery licensure examination. Okay, so recently, okay, just to share you a bit information, meron na tayong mga bagong midwives, registered midwives here in the Philippines. And ayun, masaya ako dahil majority, almost all of my students passed the board exam. So ito na, susunod na ang mga nurses. Okay, kinakabahan na po ba sila? Kamusta yung anxiety level? Since psychiatric nursing tayo ngayon, kamusta na ba ang anxiety level? Mild, moderate, severe, panic. Okay, pwede niyong gamitin yung ating um, chat box, no, para makapag-communicate, no? So ayan, sabi ni Sir Mark, excited na daw. Sir, excited ka na bang maging RN or excited ka nang matapos ang kalbaryo? Okay, kasing iba sa atin dito, excited na excited na dahil excited na silang matapos ang kanilang kalbaryo. Sabi ni Jercel, moderate. Okay, excited na daw si Sir Mark to get his license. Very good, no? So I hope you maintain that kind of excitement, no? Or yung iba sa inyo dito siguro nasa severe or panic mode na anxiety. Okay? So don't worry, everything's fine. Everything will be fine. And tiwala lang po sa ating mga sarili at sa Diyos, 'di ba? Kung sino man yung almighty being na pinaniniwalaan natin. Okay? So along the way we're going to answer 70 questions and I hope you answered the questions ahead of time kasi during our discussion dire-diretso na po tayo, no? And what we're going to do right now is to read the questions. We're going to identify keywords. And these keywords will be used para maging makatulong siya sa ating discussion. Okay? Wait lang po. Okay. Sige po. Pasensya na po sa um, commercial break. Okay. Sige po. So, okay, again, going back. So, we're going to give you keywords that you're going to use in order for you to understand the question and the concept very well. And at the end of the discussion, we're going to also share some test taking strategies, or along the way, we're going to give you some tips on how to answer these questions confidently. Ayan. Bakit ko ba nasabing confidently? Because alam ko sa inyo majority sa inyo may mga alam na or knowledge about uh, some nursing concepts. If not all, maybe some of the nursing concepts, maybe alam nyo na. But alam ko na majority sa inyo ay hindi confident na sagutin or i-answer yung board exam questions, no? And bakit ba hindi confident? Because maybe kinakabahan, maybe anxious, or maybe natatakot lang, no? So along the way, we're going to give you some tips para naman mas maging confident tayo sa pagsagot ng board exam. Okay? Sige po. So without further ado, let's start with question number one. Okay. Question number one is, it is a question that talks about Nurse Leo, okay, who has patient Mr. Santos, and the patient here has agoraphobia. So ano daw ang tatanungin ni Nurse Leo sa ating patient who has agoraphobia? So let us first ask, what is agoraphobia? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng agoraphobia? Agoraphobia, no? So kung hindi kayo familiar, maybe familiar kayo sa word na phobia. Phobia means, okay, fear. Okay? So, agoraphobia is what? Ano kaya itong agoraphobia? Fear in public or kaya fear in, okay, fear, the patient here or the client has fear on open spaces, public places, okay, basta yung hindi siya or hindi niya feel na secured siya. Okay, takot siya sa mga ganong areas or lugar. Okay, sabi ni Jericel, fear in outside place or unfamiliar places. Yes. No, so may mga ganitong phobia ba kayo? Yung hindi kayo secured sa kung saan man kayo. Kaya itong mga taong to na may agoraphobia, they choose to be inside their homes or they choose to be in a place where they feel secured. So like for example, okay, yung kanyang bahay, majority of us, okay, sanctuary or yung ating favorite place ay yung ating mga respective houses, no? Specifically our kwarto, yung ating bedroom, 'di ba? So, these people, okay, na may agoraphobia, they have fear whenever they go outside their comfort zone. So, what is the answer here? The answer is letter B. Are you able to go shopping? Okay. Now, bakit letter B ang ating sagot? Because shopping, okay, when we say shopping, it is actually an activity where we do outside or in an open space or in a public area. Public places or unfamiliar places such as shopping areas, no? Like malls, department stores, ano pa, bazaars, any shopping place, no? So takot silang pumunta dito. The answer is letter boy. Okay. Now, konting information lang, no? The client here with agoraphobia restricts himself to home. Okay. And usually, pag ang tao ay may agoraphobia, meron silang takot sa mga unfamiliar places, they cannot carry out normal socializing activities. Ano ba itong mga socializing activities? Sino dito yung mga mahilig pumunta sa party? Ayan. Or yung maybe yung iba sa inyo dito eh kating-kating na uminom, no? Pumunta ng bar, mag-party, magliwalayo, or sino sa inyo dito nagbabalak na after makapasa maging RN, magwawalwal ako. Meron ba dyan? Okay? So, they cannot carry out normal socializing activities which usually happens in a public place or unfamiliar places, no? Such as yung mga clubs, ano pa, bars, ano pa, yung mga amusement parks, etc. Okay? So aside from the fear, okay, you can also notice that these people or these patients have problems in socialization. Okay. Next, number two. You have been working with Miss Sanya De Leon, who is interested in lifestyle changes as behavioral modification to treat her panic attacks. Again, ano ang condition ng ating patient? Meron siyang panic attacks. Now, the question here is, what is the most important information for the nurse to tell the client? Now, when we say panic attacks, ano kaya yung mga nararanasan ng mga patients na may panic attacks? Usually, okay, they feel, okay, they feel anxious about a certain a certain situation. They also feel restless. Okay, hindi sila mapakali. Okay, ano pa? And they tend to, okay, from the word itself, panic. Okay, paano ka ba magpanic? Okay, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin mo, kinakabahan ka, tumataas yung heart rate mo, ano pa, tumataas yung RR mo, tumataas ang BP mo. Kasi nagpapanik ka or hindi ka mapakali. Now, what do you think here can contribute to the panic attacks? The answer here is letter A, cigarette smoking. Now, ano bang meron sa cigarette? Starts with letter N. This is your nicotine. And the nicotine here is a substance, an addictive substance that causes what? Stimulation. Okay, nakaka-stimulate siya ng heart rate, ng respiratory rate, ano pa, ng pagtaas ng blood pressure. It can also be a depressant. So yung minsan pag halimbawa malungkot ka, okay, and naisip mo magsigarilyo, wag mong gawin yan because it will make you more depressed. And most of these people, they use cigarettes as tranquilizers because at some point, okay, the nicotine can also be a tranquilizer, antok, no? So sino dito yung mga smokers? Siguro nakaka-relate kayo, no? Kung hindi kayo makatulog, yosi. Kung nalulungkot, yosi. Kung excited, kinakabahan, yosi. 'Di ba? May natanggap na good news, yosi. Sa lahat ng okasyon ng buhay nila, yosi ang sagot. Okay? So the answer here is letter A. Okay? Pero magbago na po sana tayo, no? Because, okay, cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. Sabi nga ng mga advertisements. Okay, wait lang po guys, ha? Okay, question number three. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so next, question number three. Nurse Jordan is planning to care for Mr. Dizon with social phobia and would primarily address which symptom? Okay, so ano daw po yung i-address natin na symptom ni Mr. Dizon na may social phobia? Okay, now, meron tayong tinatawag sa board exam na odd man out. Familiar ba kayo sa word na odd man out? Odd man out. So itong odd man out, it is a technique wherein okay, we use para ma-identify natin yung possible correct answer by what? Paano? By determining the common characteristics of each options. Okay? So ano bang common characteristic ng A, B, C, and D? At alin dito yung naiiba? Ganun po si odd man out. Now, when we say social phobia, okay, the phobia here from the word itself, takot siya sa socialization or social activities or takot sa tao. Now, alin dito yung kakaiba or hindi po connected sa socialization? Okay? So self-harm from the word itself, self, sa sarili. This is okay. Okay, hindi po siya kasama kasi yung ating question here talks about socializations. Okay, it is our action towards other people and not and not towards ourselves. Okay, or ourselves. Next, poor self-esteem. Yan, self. Andiyan na naman si word na self, then hindi po siya kasama. How about compulsive behavior? Compulsive behavior. Behavior is what? Okay. Innate ba siya sa atin? Ito ba ay um, personal, okay, or nakikita natin sa ating mga sarili, or yung nakikita natin sa ibang mga tao? Behaviors, these are innate to ourselves. So compulsive behavior is not the answer. The answer here is letter D. Avoidance of social situations. Ngayon, if ever dumating ka sa venue or ah, sa testing room at ikaw ay nagkaroon ng tinatawag nating total mental blackout, okay, isang mahanap mo dito yung word na social at hanapin mo lang si word na social. Yan, kahit hindi mo alam yung concept, okay, basta manakita mo tong dalawang pagkakaiba, hindi naman po siya 100% na reliable, but okay, sabi nga nila, if magwa-wild guess ka man lang, gawin mo na lang siyang hypothetical guess or educational guess, no? Hindi yung ginagawa ng iba, ini-mini-mini mo, okay? Meron pang yung ibang mga students ginagawa nila, dinadasalan nila, no? So, gagawin nila, magdadasal sila ng Our Father, then yung kanilang pencil, itututok nila sa option na tingin nila ay magsa-stop after ng kanilang prayer, no? So sana wag natin gawin yun, no? But we should have an educational or hypothetical guess na may basis, okay? Next, number four. Number four, during an assessment, Martina was identified to have a blood injury phobia. Okay, by the way, you can take a screenshot. Okay, sabihan niyo po ako kung gusto niyo mag-screenshot. May nilagay din po akong, or nilagay ko po yung rationalization para po sa purpose na sa mga gustong mag-screenshot, gustong mag-record, okay, para po makapag-read on sila mamaya or makapag-review pa sila mamaya. Okay, so for number four, during an assessment, Martina was identified to have a blood injection injury phobia. Ano po yung sabihin ng blood injection injury phobia? Nandyan na po yung definition. Meron siyang phobia or fear sa injection, okay? Injection that draws out blood. Okay. What is the most predictive finding of this type of phobia would be? Predictive. Okay? Ano sa tingin nyo po ang makikita natin sa mga taong may blood injection injury phobia? The answer here is, meron ba silang episodes of fainting? Meron ba silang gregarious personality? Meron ba silang difficulty in managing anger? Or do they have overreactive dramatic personality? Okay. Magagamit natin dito si odd man out. Okay, as a technique. Bakit? Kung napapansin nyo, B, C, and D parehas silang may kinalaman sa personality. And anger, okay, it is also one type of showing your personality. Kaya B, C, and dog is not the best or are not the best answers. Okay. So, okay, the answer here is letter A. There are episodes of fainting for this type of patient. Naunod po ang episodes of fainting na hihimatay. Okay? Pag nakikita ng dugo, na himatay. Sino po sa inyo dito yung before kayo mag-nursing, okay, or during your first year or second year, nahimatay nung first duty? Or ret dem pa lang, nahimatay nung may nakitang dugo? Okay, nanghina, okay? O kaya yung tinatawag nilang nahilo, okay? Or parang binuhusan ng malamig na tubig. Okay? Sige po. So what is the answer? Okay, for number five. Okay, Mino was diagnosed of a phobic disorder and would benefit most from which individual counseling approach. So meron siyang phobic disorder. Specified or unspecified? Unspecified. Now, ano kaya ang magiging benefit na makukuha niya? Or ano kaya ang benefit na makukuha niya sa individual counseling approach? Okay? Individual counseling approach. Lahat po si A, B, C, and D are individual counseling approaches. Now, ano kaya dyan yung makakatulong sa ating patient na may phobic disorder? The answer here is letter boy. Help the client identify the source of the anxiety. Okay, bakit po letter boy ang ating sagot? Because we want to know, okay, we want to know the exact cause of the patient's phobia. Okay? Because ang pinagkaiba niya sa anxiety, anxiety is fear of the unknown, while a phobic disorder, it is known. Okay? Alam mo kung ano ang nagkokos ng fear or takot sa sarili mo or sa patient mo. Okay? So identifying the source of the anxiety or the source of the fear would benefit or would actually narrow down the interventions when we do individual counseling approach. Like for example, na-identify mo na ang patient mo ay takot sa heights. Nagkakaroon siya ng panic attacks pag siya ay lumalakad or pag siya po ay nasa mga high altitude places. So when you already know the source of the anxiety, mas madali na pong i-approach individually yung ating patient through counseling. Maliwanag po ba? The answer here is letter boy. Okay, for number six, RN Jessica is caring for a patient who is experiencing escalating anxiety. Okay, ano po may sabihin ng escalating anxiety? Okay, pag sinabi natin escalating anxiety, okay, yung kanyang anxiety is progressive. Ibig sabihin, hindi po siya nagiging normal or hindi po nagiging normal or hindi po bumababa ang level of anxiety ng ating pasyente. Now, what is the most appropriate intervention by the nurse? So pag meron tayong escalating anxiety, alam natin na ito ay progressive anxiety. Now, pag mayroong progressive anxiety, from mild, nagiging moderate, nagiging severe, hanggang sa naging panic. Now, what will be the best intervention here? Okay, alalahanin nyo pag progressive ang anxiety, it can cause or it can lead to a potential risk for what? Injury or risk for what? Risk po sa safety or overall safety ng ating pasyente. So ayaw nating mangyari na magkakaroon siya ng injury, magkakaroon ng issues sa safety ng pasyente. The best here is letter dog. To provide appropriate phone numbers for hotlines and clinics. Tandaan po sa board exam, pag ang question is all about psychiatric nursing, okay? Psychiatric nursing or mental nursing, tandaan, priority natin dito is safety ng pasyente. Unlike medical surgical, okay, pag life-threatening conditions, ano ang mga priority natin? To stop the bleeding, ano pa? To maintain the patency of ABCs in life. Familiar ba kayo? Airway, breathing, and circulation. Yun po yung sa medical surgical. Pagdating po ng psychiatric nursing or mental health nursing, ang pinaka-main concern natin dito or yung ating pinaka-concern is safety ng pasyente. Now, pag escalating anxiety, pwede kang magkaroon ng risk for potential safety issues. Kaya, bigyan mo siya ng mga hotlines kung saan po siya lalapit or pupunta in case nag-escalate ang kanyang anxiety. Any questions before we proceed? Thumbs up naman po if nakakasunod. Kung um, hindi naman po kayo medyo nabibilisan or nakakasabay naman. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much po sa mga nag-thumbs up. Number seven, 5 days after running out of clonazepam medication, Edna tells the RN, I know I shouldn't have just stopped the drug like that, but I'm okay. What is the most appropriate response by the nurse? So, in other words, the patient, what? The patient decided on her own. Sa babae siya eh. So, siya po ay si Jollibee. Bakit? Bakit siya si Jollibee? Bida? bida. Okay, pala desisyon sa buhay. Sir, bakit po siya naging pala desisyon sa buhay? Because when we talk about psychiatric medications like your antibiotics, kailangan sundin ang prescription ng doktor. So, yung duration, yung dosage, yung form ng medication kailangan pong sundin at wag po nating balewalain. Bakit po pag hindi sinunod? Ano pa mangyayari? Magkakaroon ng tinatawag na withdrawal symptoms. So, anong answer? Letter boy is the answer. Okay. Pag alam natin na mali, okay, mali ang activity ng pasyente or mali yung kanyang pananaw about health, we have to what? We have to correct the patient's what? Patient's views or patient's knowledge about health. Okay, wag nating gatungan, sabi nga nila, no? So, bakit nga ba letter boy ang sagot? Because typically for benzodiazepines or benzodiazepines, yung kanilang half-life is long, around 1 to 2 weeks. Kaya after that, pag nawala na po yung bisa ng benzodiazepine sa katawan ng pasyente, magkakaroon ng withdrawal. Sir, ano ba ibig sabihin ng withdrawal? Magkakaroon siya ng mga symptoms na opposite sa kung ano ang therapeutic effects ng ating gamot. Okay? So in other words, manunumbalik yung kanyang mga symptoms and worst case scenarios, mas what? Mas worse, okay? Or mas grabe or double the symptoms, okay? Pag nagkaroon ng withdrawal. Okay? So the answer here is letter boy. Any questions? Let's go to question number 8. Okay, Lovely is taking alprazolam, Xanax, and reports lightheadedness and nausea every day while getting out of the bed. What is the most important action by the nurse? So, pag ang question is talking about an effect caused by a certain medication, tandaan nyo po, okay, you have to take note of the symptom or sign na nirereklamo ng pasyente. Okay? So, kailangan nyo siyang i-take note because that can help you in choosing the best answer. Now, alprazolam or Xanax, this is a type of what? Okay. Ano po ba ang ating alprazolam or tranquilizers? Anyone? Okay, gusto ko lang malaman if nandyan pa ba kayo. Your alprazolam. So alprazolam or Xanax, it is, okay, a tranquilizer. Okay, under your benzodiazepines. Okay, okay, very good. Okay, Ma'am Mary Ann. So what is the most important action by the nurse? The answer here is letter A. Take the client's blood pressure. Sir, bakit po blood pressure ang kailangan nating i-check sa ating pasyente? Lightheadedness and nausea, these are all related to your blood circulation. Okay? So, sa tip sa pagsagot ng ganitong klaseng questions, alamin niyo yung nature ng ating symptom or ng sign or saan ba siya related or ano ba ang mechanism, okay? Kung bakit nangyayari yung sign or symptom na. Okay? So, the answer here is letter A. Kailangan natin i-check and i-verify if there could be a possibility of orthostatic hypotension. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Let's proceed to question number 9. Okay. By the way, letter C, Valsalva maneuver is not an important or it is not an appropriate action because Valsalva maneuver will actually lower down or decrease your heart rate. In this case, hindi po siya advisable. Okay? Lalo na pag hindi natin alam kung ano yung nagkakos. Okay. Another tip here, if hindi kayo familiar sa sign or symptom na dinidisplay ng pasyente, you have to further assess your patient para ma-identify nyo kung ano yung nagkukos ng symptom ng pasyente. Number 9 here, RN Rika needs to communicate with a patient experiencing mania. It is the most important for the RN to do which of the following. Okay? So pag may mania ang pasyente natin, kailangan or it is important for you to redirect or focus, okay, the conversation as necessary. Bakit, sir? Okay, remember, manic patients increase activity. Okay, there are lots of distractions for this type of patient, and the patient cannot focus on a certain stimulus. Okay, so what you need to do is to redirect the patient or redirect the conversation, since this is a communication. Okay, this is an issue during the communication process, so you have to redirect and focus the conversation as necessary. The answer is letter boy. So example, okay, ang patient mo nagtatatakbo, okay, hindi mapakali, tingin ng tingin kahit saan. You have to get the patient's attention and you have to redirect her or him. Okay, so the answer is letter boy. Okay, next. Ano pa? Add ko lang dito for number 9, we don't ask open-ended questions to facilitate conversation. Bakit, sir? Since many clients have limited focus or multiple focus, ang dami niyang mga pinagagagawa, it's best for you to ask close-ended questions. And mostly these patients, basta nasa manic sila or nasa main or they are manic patients, yung kanilang attention span is really short or maikli. For number 10, Nurse Theodora is assessing the behavior of a client with hypomania. Okay, the nurse would expect the client to be blank. Okay, ano ba yung sabihin ng hypomania? Okay, hypomania, um, kung meron tayong normal, okay, kung ito yung normal natin, and ito yung mania, nandito po sa middle si hypomania. Okay, yung kanyang sudden burst of emotions or sudden burst of energy hindi po sapat na lumulusot or tumatagos hanggang sa manic or sa mania. Okay? Usually, dito lang siya. Okay? Then bumababa to normal. Okay? Basta hindi po siya lumalagpas ng mania. Okay? So what is the best answer here? What would you expect to this patient? The answer is letter C. They are irritable with an elevated mood and symptoms of mania. Okay. Now, bakit letter C ang sagot? Tingnan natin. Si letter A, on the verge of depression and crisis. So, meron ka ng clue dito. Pag hypomanic ang pasyente, nasa verge siya ng depression and crisis, which is wrong because depression is below normal. Okay? Next, letter boy, indecisive and vacillating with a diminished ability to think. Ano tong vacillating? Okay? Ano tong vacillating? Okay, vacillate means what? Vacillate is to alternate or waver between different options or actions. Ibig sabihin, you are indecisive. Papalit-palit ng desisyon sa buhay. Okay, wait lang guys, quick lang po. And I'm back. Thank you so much po for patiently waiting. Ayan. So, tapos na yung okay, sige. So going back, okay, the patient here is indecisive. Okay? Pa, pa, pabalik-balik, okay, sa kanilang mga decisions. Okay, yes, no, yes, no. So in this case, okay, they can be indecisive, but okay, this is not um hindi siya kumbaga, very um hindi siya very specific for hypomanic patients. Letter dog disorganized tending to exhibit impaired judgment. Okay? So with this type of patients, this they are kumbaga parang opposite. Okay? Hindi sila disorganized. They tend to be more creative and productive, no? So yung energy na yun, they are using that energy para mas maging creative. Minsan kung tatanungin yung mga patients na may hypomanic tendencies or may mga hypomanic disorders, they tend to be more productive. Mas marami silang nagagawa pag sila ay nasa hypomanic state. Okay? Okay. So the answer here is letter C. Okay, the most indicative for hypomanic patients are or is the elevated mood and irritable because when your mood is elevated, you tend to be irritable, especially when someone interrupts you. Okay, next, number 11. Okay, number 11, Bianca tells the RN or Bianca tells RN row 1, okay, that she never disagrees with anyone and that she has loved everyone she's ever known. What would be the nurse's best response to this client? Okay. So, hindi daw, okay, or wala daw, never, never nag-disagree sa kanila sa kanya yung mga taong nakapaligid kay Bianca. Okay? And sabi niya, she is loved by everyone. So, ano kaya magiging response natin dito? The answer is letter dog. How did you come to adopt such a way of life? Okay? Bakit po letter dog ang sagot natin dito? Because we want to further what? Explore. Okay? Exploration of the message. We want to further know or we want to dig deeper as to what does she mean about these statements, no? So, paano ba? Paano niya nasabing never nag-disagree sa kanyang mga tao? Okay? Wala bang wala ba talagang taong nag-approach sa kanya to say that they disagree or sadyang yun lang ang kanyang observation when it comes to the behaviors or kaya yung mga gestures ng mga tao na sa paligid niya. Okay? We want to verify, we want to explore, we want to dig deeper kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng kanyang statements. So the answer here is letter dog. Next, number 12. Nurse Jessica is working with a client who has just stimulated her anger by using a condescending tone of voice. Which response by the nurse is most therapeutic? Okay. So, ito na yung pinaka, ano ba? Pinaka-love, pinaka-gusto natin, pinaka-favorite natin sa psychiatric nursing. Actually, ako guys, during my time nung nagre-review pa ako, ito yung pinakaayaw kong type of question. Ito yung pinakaayaw ko sa psychiatric or mental health nursing, yung therapeutic communication. Okay, bakit? Okay, dati ang tingin ko sa mga therapeutic communication, sobrang cheesy. Sabi sa amin ng lecturer namin dati, ang best answer daw pag Teracom, ang question is kung ano daw po kung ano daw po yung sobrang cheesy para sa'yo or yung sobrang corny pakinggan. Pero nung nasa board exam na ako at nung nakaupo na ako at sinasagutan ko yung NP5, Diyos ko, lahat sila cheesy. Lahat ng options, corny. So, sobrang nakakalito si therapeutic communication. But okay, Don't you worry. Okay, tutulungan namin kayo kung paano natin sasagutan yung mga ganitong klaseng questions. Okay? So, pag Theracom ang question or therapeutic communication, kailangan mo munang alamin yung kondisyon ng pasyente mo. Okay. So kung halimbawa ang patient mo ay suicidal patient, okay, therapeutic communication is to be straightforward or direct about his or her plans to commit suicide. Pero kung ito ay ibang mga conditions, may mga appropriate interventions when it comes to therapeutic communication. In this case, meron siyang okay, meron siyang feelings of anger. And paano natin nasabing meron siyang feelings of anger? Meron siyang condescending tone of voice. Paano bang condescending tone? Okay, paano ba yung condescending tone? Anyone? Pag sinabing condescending, aba, sobrang condescending mo ah. Okay? Ito yung parang feeling mo ikaw yung pinakamataas. Yung parang sumakses ka eh, 'di ba? Sabi nga ni Ninya, kung kilala niyo si Ninya sa TikTok, okay? Yung sumakses ka step by the step, sabi nga niya, no? Okay. So condescending tone, okay, you feel like you are superior than anyone else. Okay, na nasa baba kayo, ako yung pinakamagaling dito. Parang ganon. Now, what is the best answer here? The answer is letter A. I feel angry when I hear that tone of voice. Okay. Bakit kaya ito ang best response ng nurse natin? Bakit? Okay. This is the best therapeutic response para, okay, ma-communicate natin sa patient that your voice or your mode of communication is not appropriate. Okay? This will give a feedback to our client that your words, your tone is inappropriate. Okay? So, kailangan natin siyang iparating, kailangan natin sabihin, kailangan natin i-communicate sa taong yun and be straightforward about it, okay, that his tone or her tone of voice is inappropriate. Okay. So, bakit hindi po letter boy ang sagot? You make me so angry when you talk to me that way. Okay, paano ba tong ano bang mali dito sa letter boy? Okay, pag sinabihan ko kayong, you make me so angry when you talk to me that way. Okay, ginagalit mo ako. Okay, ginagalit mo ako sa paano ka magsalita. You are accusing. Tama? And accusations are, okay, this can be false. Okay? So, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon, accusations are true. Most of the time, they are false because that is an accusation. Okay? While feeling, when you communicate or when you tell to that patient that you feel angry about the tone of his or her voice, you are actually communicating, you are empathizing, okay? You are actually making the patient or the client feel of what you felt, okay, about his or her statement. So more on empathy, si letter A. Are you trying to make me angry? Okay, ano to? Challenging, no? China-challenge mo yung tao. Parang nagsisimula ka na ng away dito, which is wrong because, okay, the patient here had already exhibited anger, so baka mamaya magsabunutan kayo, magsampalan o magsuntukan ang ending. Why do you use that condescending tone of voice with me? Okay? So, pag ginamit mo si letter dog, ano magiging response ng pasyente? Nagiging defensive. Eh kasi kamukha mo ex ko eh. Mga ganon, di ba? Eh kasi pag nagsasalita ka, naalala ko sa yung ex ko, parang ikaw yung nang iwan sa akin sa ere. Mga ganon, di ba? Nagiging defensive sila because you have actually given them, okay, you have actually given them the idea of what they did, okay? And you are actually giving them an avenue for them to defend, okay? Na para may parating nila sa'yo na tama tong ginawa ko, ide-defend ko to kasi ganito ang naramdaman ko at respetuhin mo. Kumbaga yun yung magiging response ng pasyente sa'yo. Okay? So the best answer is to letter A. You show or you communicate clearly about what you feel, okay, when the patient exhibited um that behavior. Number 13, Mr. Calderon on the unit tells the nurse that this his wife's nagging really gets on his nerves. He asked the nurse if she'll talk with his wife about her nagging during their family sessions tomorrow afternoon. So tinatanong ngayon ng pasyente kung pwede ba niyang i-call out, okay, yung kanyang wife during family sessions. Tama ba na i-call out niya during the family session? Okay, the answer here is letter C. I'll help you think about how to bring this up yourself tomorrow. Okay. Tama ba during the family sessions? Yes. Okay. Because we want to involve the whole family when we talk about psychiatric nursing, because family in psychiatric nursing, they are your support systems. And pag ang patient ay may psychiatric condition or may mental condition, support system is really important. So anong gagawin ng nurse dito? Tutulungan po ni nurse kung paano niya ma-express yung kanyang sarili in a very constructive way. Okay? Na kung saan, okay, hindi po mami-misinterpret ng wife ng patient yung kanyang gustong sabihin. Okay? So, good communication or proper communication is the key para po masabi natin sa ibang tao kung ano man ang nararamdaman natin. Next, number 14, you are caring for a client diagnosed with conversion disorder who has developed paralysis of her legs. Diagnostic tests failed to uncover a physiologic cause. No? So conversion disorder, walang physiologic cause yung nararamdaman ng pasyente, pero the patient, okay, has this kind of condition. Anong cause? That could be psychological. Okay, psychological cause. During the working phase of the nurse-client relationship, the client says to her nurse, "You think I could walk if I wanted to, don't you?" Which response by the nurse would be the best. Okay? So, the best answer here is letter dog. I think you are unable to walk now, whatever the cause. Okay. Bakit letter dog ang sagot dito? Wait lang ha, may question. Di ba po bawal mag-promise? Saan po ito, ma'am? Sa letter C? You mean po ba sa letter C, Jercel? Okay. Sa ano po? Okay. Ay, sa number 13 pala, sorry. Number 13, letter C. Bawal mag-promise. Saan po? Okay. Paano nyo po nasabing nag-promise si nurse dito sa letter C? I'll help you think about how to bring this up yourself tomorrow. Ang ibig sabihin po ni letter C, tutulungan kita kung paano mo po maiko-communicate or may express yung nararamdaman mo, okay, about your wife's nagging issue para bukas. Kasi nagbigay ka po ng assurance na i-help mo siya. Ha? Wala. I mean, okay. Sige. So, okay, nagets ko na. Kasi nagbibigay ka po ng assurance na i-help mo siya bukas. Okay. Mali po, no? Mali po yung pagkakaintindi niyo sa statement sa letter C. I'll help you think about how to bring this up yourself tomorrow. Ibig sabihin, tutulungan kita. Gagawa tayo ng technique para hindi ka kabahan, para hindi ka makasabi ng mga masakit na salita sa pag-uusap nyo kinabukasan. Kasi bukas po yung kanilang family session. Hindi po si letter C, hindi po ibig sabihin na tutulungan kita bukas. Okay? Ang minimin po niya dito yung family session na mangyayari kinabukasan. Kumbaga, in-specify lang ng nurse dito na yung family session will happen tomorrow and tutulungan kita ngayon. Okay? Gets po ba? Naintindihan po ba? yung ating letter C statement. Okay? So, just communicate, sabi nga, no? Pinag-usapan natin dito is communication. So, communicate lang po if may further questions. So, again po, yung tomorrow na word dito, hindi po ito about sa okay, hindi po ito sa pagtulong ni nurse tomorrow. Okay, during the conversation. Ang meaning niya lang po dito is tutulungan kita kung paano ka magsalita bukas. Parang ganun yun. Okay? Parang, example, sino ba dito? Okay, Sir Mark. Sir Mark, tutulungan kita kung paano ka magsalita bukas, ha? So, ganito tayo bukas. Ganito ang sabihin mo. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So, yung minimin po dito na tomorrow is yung family session. Okay? Sige po. So, just post your question kung hindi ba po naintindihan or kung may mga konting pag-aalinlangan pa po. Okay, so let's go back to number 14. During the working phase of the nurse-client relationship, the client says to her nurse, "You think I could walk if I wanted to, don't you?" So, tingin mo, kaya ko bang maglakad kung kung gugustuhin ko? Okay, yun yung tanong niya. What would be the best answer? The answer here is letter dog. Okay. Bakit letter dog ang sagot natin dito? I think you are unable to walk now, whatever the cause. Okay? Tandaan. Okay, pag ang question is talking about psychiatric condition na conversion disorder, you have to be non-judgmental and honest. Okay? You have to be non-judgmental and honest. Okay? So, paano po or ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Okay, ano ba bang ibig sabihin? Wait lang. Ah, tama ba? This is one answer the question. Shit. Okay. Okay. Ayan, so tama na. Tama naman. Hindi ako nagkamali sa paglagay ng correct answer. So si letter A, tingnan natin. Yes, if you really wanted to, you could. Okay, ano pong ibig sabihin nito? Oo, makakalakad ka kung gusto mo. 'Di ba? Parang you're actually giving the patient, okay, an avenue to sugarcoat. Okay? Parang, ang tawag dito, paano ko ba sabihin? Parang sinusugarcoat mo yung yung kanyang statement about kakayanin ko kaya, 'di ba? Parang gusto mong or yung nangyari dito sa letter A is mas naglilin ka towards agreeing to the patient's statement, okay, na you think I could walk if I wanted to, don't you? Which is technically wrong, okay? Because Okay? Because, okay, it actually decreases the client's self-esteem. Okay? In order for him or her to realize, okay, his or her condition. Okay? Tell me why you're concerned. Tell me why you're concerned about what I think, okay, is also wrong because the focus now is going towards the nurse, hindi na po kay patient. So very wrong na po siya. Okay? Do you think you could walk if you wanted to? Okay? So anong ibig sabihin nito? Ano kaya nagiging resulta dito? Mas lalong tataas yung anxiety ng pasyente mo. Parang pinag-isip mo pa siya lalo, no? Parang binigyan mo pa siya ng pagkakataon na mas maging anxious pa about his or her condition. So the best answer here is letter dog. I think you're unable to walk now whatever the cause. Because going back here, conversion disorder, unknown yung physiologic cause, and yung cause might be psychological. So you're actually bringing into the table the condition of the patient. You are presenting facts about the patient's condition. Okay? Hindi mo minamalit or tawag dito, i- hindi mo sinasabing mali yung nararamdaman ng pasyente. Hindi mo siya nakalimutan ko yung term. Hindi mo hindi mo sinasabing mali yung naramdaman niya at valid siya. Okay, hindi mo ini-invalidate. Yun yung word. Hindi mo ini-invalidate yung condition ng pasyente mo. Number 15, Rovina, a 42-year-old homemaker, arrives at the emergency department with uncontrollable crying and anxiety. Her husband of 17 years has recently asked her for a divorce. The client is sitting in a chair, rocking back and forth. What is the best answer for the nurse to make? Okay, 42-year-old homemaker, nasa ER rather. Meron siyang uncontrollable crying and anxiety. Okay, bakit? Because ang kanyang husband asked for a divorce. So hindi siya mapakali, sitting in a chair, rocking back and forth. Anong best okay response to this type of um behavior? The answer is letter C. I can see how upset you are. Let's sit in the office so that we can talk about how you are feeling. Okay? So this is actually validating, okay? This is actually validating the patient's anxious feelings or the patient's condition. You are actually validating, okay, and you want to talk about how the patient or what the patient feels about his or her situation. So the answer here is letter C. For number 16, Jerry S., a 40-year-old government employee, was admitted to the hospital because of behavioral problems at the municipal office. He started to be bossy, claiming that he is the manager on the unit. On admission, he was diagnosed to be having bipolar disorder manic phase. Jerry's condition is primarily a problem of letter A. This is an affect disorder. Bakit? Ano ba ang condition ng patient? Meron siyang bipolar disorder, and bipolar is a disorder concerning the patient's or the person's affect. Okay? Perception, this could be any hallucinations or illusions kung may nakikita siya. Thought process, letter C, talks about the way the patient thinks about a certain situation. Okay? So may mga delusions, okay? Meron silang broken tawag dito, broken thought process, okay? And they cannot stick to the reality or hindi nila kayang mag remain grounded sa reality ng kanilang situation. Okay? Next, number 17, a therapeutic environment for Jerry S. is blank. So ano kaya ang therapeutic environment for patients with bipolar disorder? Okay? So tandaan sa bipolar disorder, meron tayong two opposing sides, the depressive and the manic phase or manic state. So ano kaya makakatulong dito kay patient? The answer here is letter A. Minimal environmental stimuli. Bakit? Okay. Pag masyadong maraming stimulus or stimuli kay patient, it could actually trigger the manic, okay? The manic or the depressive phase of his or her bipolar disorder. Okay, so we want to make sure that environmental stimuli are kept in the minimal state or minimal, tawag dito, minimal and controllable situations. Okay, para less stimulating siya at makapag-focus tayo on, okay, therapeutic management for the patient's condition. Okay. Next, number 18. During socialization, Jerry S. was provoked, became furious, started shouting, and making personal demands. Ano na pong ginawa niya? Okay. The patient was provoked, became furious, shouting, and making personal demands. So nagiging demanding na po yung pasyente natin. What will be the therapeutic intervention of the nurse? The best answer here is letter A. So, in connection sa ating number 17, minimal environmental stimuli, the reason here why the patient was provoked, became furious, started shouting and making personal demands is because of increased stimuli. So, marami sigurong mga ganap nung araw na yun or nung situation na yun, kaya po siya na provoke. So, anong gagawin natin dito? Minimize the stimuli. So, paano po natin gagawin yun? take the patient away from the group until he manages to have control of himself. Okay? So, connected siya sa number 17. So, kung mali ka sa number 17, maybe hindi mo makukuha si number 18. Okay, for number 19. Okay? So, another information here, if the patient became furious, so meron tayong tinatawag na threat. Okay? Threat towards the safety of other people. So, kailangan natin siyang ilayo or kailangan natin palang ilayo ang mga ibang patients sa hostile behavior ng ating patient para po maiwasan ang injury or any safety issues. Okay? Number 19, therapeutic use of self is essential in relating with psychiatric patients. This is best demonstrated by the nurse in blank. So how do you demonstrate therapeutic use of self? By the way, any questions so far? Naintindihan naman po ba yung discussion? May mga concerns pa po ba tayo? Violent reactions? Wala naman po. Thumbs up po kung wala po. Kung may mga questions po, please don't hesitate to drop them on our comments or chat box pala. Okay? Hindi na ako binalikan ni Jercel kung may follow-up question pa ba siya, if okay na po ba. So if you're still here, okay, kindly let me know if you're good na po or satisfied na po kayo sa question, sa answer. Okay, thank you so much po. For number 19, the answer here is letter C. Okay, therapeutic use of self. So another trick here, when we talk about therapeutic use of self, we are actually empathizing the patient, or we are actually empathizing with the patient pala. Okay, so sympathy is it is actually not a description of therapeutic use of self, so hindi siya applicable dito sa ating question. Okay, so letter C and letter D halos magkapareha sila, but letter dog, engaging Nick in introspective thinking. Ano kaya to? Introspective thinking, talking about, okay, himself. Okay, thinking about himself. Okay, lahat nakafocus sa kanyang sarili. Okay, so paano yun? Instead of focusing your energy in thinking about things about yourself, ano pa, yung nararamdaman mo about sa self mo, about sa mga stressors or ano ba, anxious ka ba? So instead of thinking about introspective stuff, why not use that, okay? Use that energy to be productive. Because our main goal here as nurses is to increase patients what? Increase the patient's productive activity or increase the patient's what? Yung kanilang yung kanilang yung kanilang tiwala sa sarili na kaya pa nila maging productive at maging useful sa society. Okay, letter dog could be useful if you are a psychiatrist or a doctor. Processing of thoughts, processing of ano ba? Yung mga anong gagawin nila about sa mga naiisip nila or mga uh, yung mga gagawin nila, okay, sa mga nararamdaman nila about certain situations. Okay? Next, number 20. Number 20 here, the nurse may recommend discharge when Jerry S. is blank. So, can you recommend, okay, patient Jerry here for discharge? The answer is yes. Okay, given if the patient here, what? Letter C demonstrates skills in activities of daily living. Ibig sabihin, if the patient can now cope up, okay, nagiging productive na siya, nakakapag-contribute na siya sa society, then the patient now is good to go or good for discharge. Letter C is the best answer. For number 21, Nurse Ian notices that the comatose patient, Mr. Cruz, starts to lighten. He is aware that without protection, the patient could fall or be injured. Okay, the question here is the least intervention. If the patient here lightens from comatose, nagigising na po. Okay, the best answer here is to letter A. Ito yung least intervention sa case ng ating pasyente. Restraining the patient to prevent from falling. Bakit? We do not restrain anymore. No? Restraining, especially if walang doctor's order at wala pong consent from the patient can actually be an issue of what? Battery, no? Assault and battery sa ethics, okay? So, especially pag wala siyang order or hindi ka binigyan ng consent ng pasyente, do not do or do not restrain the patient. What you can do is to increase the side rails up, okay, as part of the protocol for injury prevention. Letter A is the answer. Number 22, Lola Edith, an elderly patient is to be discharged after sustaining a sprain from fall while negotiating the last step of the stairs. So meron daw po siyang sprain. The daughter asked the nurse how to promote safety in the stairways and hallways in the home. So we are now going to do some health education on how to promote safety. The nurse recommends extra lighting at the stairways and suggests repainting the hallways with blank. Anong klase painting ang nararapat sa ganitong type of patients? Pag elderlies, okay, so nagde-decrease na yung kanilang ability to see things clearly. So repainting or doing some color changes, usually contrasting colors, can actually help them cope up with this kind of physiological change. And the answer here is letter boy, black and white. Okay? Black and white. Usually, pag halimbawa si nanay or si tatay, si lolo o si lola, lalo na pag meron silang mga colorblind issues, no? Black and white could actually help, no? Para mas makakita sila. And as you can see here, letter boy lang yung contrasting. Kung familiar kayo sa color wheel, okay? Kung napag-aralan nyo siya before nung kayo elementary, okay, alamin nyo kung ano yung mga contrasting colors, makakatulong yun. No? But in this case, tandaan nyo, pag elderly ang patient, contrasting color po ang ginagamit natin para makakita sila ng mabuti. Number 23, Lola Lynette, 76 years old, is living alone. Her married daughter visits her from time to time. She can do activities of daily living with limited assistance. Again, kaya daw niyang gumawa ng ADLs pero limited assistance lang ang kailangan. And seems to be independent physically. Which of the following measure should be recommended to reduce sensory deprivation? Ano ba yung sabihin ng sensory deprivation? Sensory deprivation, ibig sabihin, nababawasan yung ability ng kanyang senses to do its function. So, paano natin matutulungan si